Okay, so I'm recording this video now. Good morning, everybody. So today,
Good morning, sir.
look at how to join our domain, installing our operating system on our virtual machine, and also how to join the domain. So I'm going to share my whiteboard now and explain some certain things to us. Okay. Okay, so this is my whiteboard now. Let me say this is a server. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me say this is our client machine. Let me say this is our server. So what we are going to be looking at today is to actually see how this client, you know, when you spin up a server, which is what we are going to do today, that you are going to create a domain. A domain is actually what, when we say something is a domain, just like the name sounds, a domain is more like the territory of this server. It means the compound of this particular what server. You understand? So what we want to do is to ensure that this client machine is able to join what this particular server and able to what to sign into this server and send files between what each other. So what we want to do is such a way that this server can send files to the client, and this client can also send files to the what to the server, and both of them are what are accessible on the what on the network, depending on the permission the server or the administrator gives to the what to the document or file that is being shared to the various clients on the what on the network. So what we are going to do is this: understand these terminologies. You are a landlord. This server here is the landlord. You understand? This server here is the what? The landlord of a house. You understand? And this client here is the what? The tenant. You understand? So what we want to do is, you as a tenant, you have paid your money, for example, and you come to the house, you saw gates. Of course, you have your what? Your access to your what? Your key to your flat. You understand? You've paid, they'll give you your key to your flat. Then when you get to the compound, you saw a gate. And without opening that gate, there is no way you'll be able to what? To enter into your flat. So what we want to do today is to ensure that this tenant is able to join the domain. The joining of domain is more like what? Opening the gates. You understand? To that compound. The compound now is the server. And the key that was given to you by the landlord, who is the server, serves as your what? Your signing what? Details. Your signing username and password as the what? Are the key. You understand? So for you to be able to enter into to get into the compound and enter your flat, your landlord, who is the server, must come to the gates to open the gate for you. So what I'm saying in essence is, it is the work of the network administrator who owns this server to what? To make sure that all the client machine on the network join the domain. So that is basically what we are going to do today, to ensure that that this client machine are able to join the domain, and you as a network administrator, you are able to create users on the various network, create username and password, and give to all the necessary users so that they can join the domain and what? And connect. So that is basically what we are going to be looking at today. So I told us the last time to download VirtualBox. So Mr. Benedict, just follow us. When you watch the last video, you will understand. Just start from the beginning of the last video. I will send you the video one after the other. So when you watch, you'll be able to understand what we are doing. Just meet yourself while we just go on and watch what we are doing. So I'm going to close this whiteboard. And I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. So I've started my screen sharing. Can you screen my screen? If you can screen my screen, just unmute and say yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I can, yes.
Okay. So last week, I actually asked us to download the Oracle VirtualBox, the Oracle VM VirtualBox. The VirtualBox, this Oracle VM VirtualBox is actually like your virtual computer. So the VirtualBox is a computer you are not seeing, which are the things, the tools you are going to be using on your cloud. So it's more like a computer you are not seeing. It houses your operating system, houses everything, houses your battery, houses your everything you need on the computer, your hard disks, your hardware, your software. The VirtualBox is more like a platform, you understand, that creates an environment for what? For a virtual computer. Then when they say something is virtual, it exists, but you cannot see it. So if you are able to download, according to the last class, if you follow the last video, if you're able to download your VirtualBox, when you open it, you should have something like this. So this is an empty box now. I want to put in an operating system into it. So we are going to create a template for the operating system we are going to use. So let me prepare our notes for this class. Hold on a minute. Let me prepare our notes. I will send it to us to document like I did the last time. Okay, let me use our Microsoft VS Code. No, with time, when you start coding, you understand what this VS Code is for. You start using some of those applications as time goes on. But for now, let's just start from our level, so we'll understand as time goes on. Okay. Let's open our virtual, so as we are speaking, we can type and record whatever we have been doing. Okay, today we are going to be, the topic of today is domain joining on file sharing. So please, there are times where in this course of this slide, there will be a point where we need to exercise serious patience, because there are some tasks we need to wait for, like, in fact, 30 minutes before we can even proceed. Domain joining and what? And file sharing. There are times that we will restore the operating system, it will fail, we need to restart afresh again. So it's time what? Consuming. So domain joining, first step. Okay, let me just write number 1. Open your what? Oracle VM VirtualBox. So on it, click on machine and click on new. Click on machine and click on new. So where's our VirtualBox? Let's go there. So this is our VirtualBox. You click on machine, you click on new. So you give it a name. Let's first of all install our server. Let's call it server 1, for example. Let's call it server 1. So you can save it anywhere. This is where I'm going to save it on my own personal, my local system. So you can change the file location system probably to your download or document or desktop, wherever you want. So this one shouldn't cause for concern. Then the type, the version we want to upload, we are not installing Windows 10, we are installing Windows Server 2016, which was the operating system I asked us to download the last time. We downloaded Windows 10 and Windows Server 2016. So this was what we downloaded the last time, Windows 2016, 64 bits. So you select this and you click what? Next. So it's going to give you the memory. The memory is what? 2 gig. This is the minimum. So it means out of your computer, if your computer is 8 gig RAM, you understand, it's going to take what? 2 gig from your RAM. Then you click next. Then your ROM. For mine is 500. So I'm giving this computer 50 gig, which means my normal computer will only have 450 to use at this point in time. So I'm sharing 50 gig out of my own memory with this particular what computer. But don't worry, when you get to cloud, all this memory, everything will be provided by what? By AWS. And that is why we pay for what? For everything. So you click next, you click what? Finish. So you see we have our what? Empty what? Server. This is our server. We install the template, but the operating system has not yet been what? Be installed on this what? On this server. So let me go, let's update our notes. So when you click on new, fill in the box by giving it a name. Select Windows Server 2016, 64 bits. For server. And select Windows 10, 64 bits for your clients. So, like I said, the server is the landlord, while the client is the what? The tenant that is trying to what? To have access to your what? To your compound. So let's go back to our virtual machine. So now let's install our client machine now, because we will be working with these two machines we want to install, that the server, trying to make sure that the client join the server and see if you can send what file from our server to what? Our client machine. So you click on new again, you click on new, call this one clients. Let's call it clients. You understand? Then the 64 bits, Windows 10 64 bits, so it's correct. Just go ahead and what? And install like that. Still give it 2 gig, which means now we are not borrowing 4 gig from our what? Computer memory. Click next. We are also borrowing another what? 50 gig. So right now we have borrowed what? 100 gig what? ROM from our what? Our computer. So next, and you click what? Finish. So we've installed our clients and our what? Server. So this is your server. This is your client. This is the template. When you look at the logo, this one you see 64 2016. Then when you look at the server, you see 6410. So this logo differentiates that this is the server and this is the what? The client. So now let's install the operating system on this machine. You put your cursor on the server, for example, then you navigate to start, or you can just right click. When you right click, you see start, you see normal start. Then you click it. So it's going to power up. So now is it requesting for our what? Operating system. Please mind you, don't mix it up. What we are installing here is the server. So for what you've downloaded, please take note. You can even name it, give it any name you like, your downloaded file, so that you will not make mistake. So it's asking us to install the disk. You know, when you buy your computer, you want to install a different operating system. It will ask you just like this. This is what it will show. So you now install your disk, and it will ask you to what? To mount and what? And rebuild the disk you install. But what we have downloaded is the what? The ISO image, which is what? They recommended for what? Virtualization. So when you click on this logo, you search for it. What we are looking for is our server, which is this file on my own. I'm coming. No, let me search for it.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, Nkechi, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, Nkechi is asking if both client and they can, of course, they can use the same server. They can use the same operating system, sorry. Both the client and the Windows can use the same operating system, not server. You understand? So the client cannot use a server. The reason why it's called is client, it doesn't have access to the what, to the server. Server is the what, the controller. You understand? That gives access to your what, to your clients. So it's not possible for the client and the server to have the same what, operating what, system. You understand? So you install this what, the server, both of them can be an operating system. Like for the Windows now, what I'm saying is we can install Windows 2016. You understand? The Windows 2016 will not be what, a server what program on the clients. So it's only the machine you want to use for your server that you will install the Windows 2016 server. So there is a big difference between them. So this is my server machine. I downloaded. When you click on that, you just click on it. I'm coming. Click on open. Click on mount and what, and reboot. So our server is installing now. I don't know why people are not coming to the class today. Did they go, they went to the video or what? And I posted this meeting yesterday and some persons responded. Okay, it's fine. Let's just go on. So you click on your what? Your install. So you should select desktop experience, please. Desktop experience, because if you go ahead to select this Server 2016 standard evaluation, you are installing Linux operating system. You understand? That is what your server will install for you, but we need the Windows desktop experience. You understand? For the sake of this practice, so you should select your what? Your desktop experience. So you click next. You accept the license terms. So you select your custom. The reason, let me go back. Oh, are you sure it can go back? The reason why I select the custom is because it is a fresh operating system. But if I'm upgrading, I'll select the first upgrading option. So after selecting the custom, just click on next. And your installation will start. So our server installation has started. Now, let's go and also install the operating system on the client. So what you do is this: you right click, start, normal starts. So let's also install our clients. So immediately it comes to us, select the file you downloaded, which is your Windows 10. This is my Windows 10 ISO. This is the name I give to it. So click mount and reboot. It will also start again, just like it started for the server. Okay, our server is installing. Let's see what's happening to the window. Okay, our window is coming up too. Select your language, which is your English. Just click next. If it comes to like this, click on install. So it's saying, this is the first time installing this, enter your key. So this is your Windows 10. Select, please, if it gives you this, kindly select Windows 10 Pro. Don't select the Home, because the Home is not what designed for desktop or remote desktop what connection, which you want to do. So you can select your Pro, or you select your what, your Enterprise, but select the Pro. It's still what, fine. So click Next. Okay, so you accept the terms and you click Next. So also select custom instead of upgrade. If you already have an existing operating system and that VirtualBox, maybe I want to upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11 or Windows 16 to 19, I can click on this. But since it's a fresh installation, click on this, then click Next, and your installation will also start. Okay, so our installation has started for the Windows. Like I said before, this thing can take the next 30 minutes. But while we wait, let's go ahead and update our notes. So fill in the box by giving it a name. Okay, Windows Server 2016, 64-bit. You just click Next, You ensure you install the okay. Let me give it a name. This one should be installing server and what? Operating system. Installing server and what? An operating system. What is it so? So select the Windows Server to create, click Next. Then after creating the templates, so next week we are going into the real day. This one is just to guide us because on cloud we are going to be using those virtual computers. So you have an understanding of what you are using on cloud. That is the reason for all this. If not, we would have just jumped to Linux and cloud at the beginning of this lecture. So after creating your template, click on the on the machine, which is the template you installed. Select Start. Okay. Right click and select Start. Normal Start. So when you right click, you select Start, you select Normal Start, select Language. Select language like I told us before. After selecting your language, select language. After selecting your language, the next thing you want to do is select desktop experience. Select desktop experience for your server. Then select Windows 10 Pro or Enterprise for your clients. Then when you are done, select Custom Install for fresh installation. Custom install for fresh installation. Then agree, accept terms. That's what installation. So this is the summary of what we just did now. So as you're watching the video, you are reading this, you are practicing. It shouldn't be a difficult something for you to do. So let's see where we are on our server. Oh, 37%. 37%. Okay. No, I would have installed this before now, but I've installed this, deleted it, so that every one of us we can see, so that I can carry us along on how to do the installation, because I know it's going to take time. So we just have to wait. There is no cause for alarm. We just have to wait and watch this installation to go on. So we just have to wait. Okay, I think we can go ahead with whatever we're doing. Let's just come back here in the next 10 minutes. In the next 10 minutes, every one of us should be here. So I believe it's going to take like 10 minutes for this installation to finish. So in the next 10 minutes, let me just go ahead and do something. So in the next 10 minutes, we should be here. So I'll still leave my video, my screen running. So please, everybody, in the next 10 minutes, come back here so that we can go and do what we want to do, please. Because this is going, there's nothing we want to do now. We'll just sit here and watch screen. So Mr. Benedict, J. Nkechi.
Yes, I heard you. I heard you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
So let me just pause the video. The installation is still ongoing, so we still have to wait until it is 100% complete. So this is our server still installing, and our client still on 45%. So we have to wait for the installation to be complete. Okay, so let's just wait. We'll come back. Okay, our server is still booting. You know, when you want to install operating system on your normal computer, this is exactly how it behaves. So please get used to it. This is exactly the behavior. Sometimes it might not even go. You have to start from the beginning again. Install it like up to 3-4 times before you get what you want. But this is exactly the scenario you have where you are installing an operating system. So let's check our clients now. Okay, our client is still on 98%. Let's still give it some time. So it's getting the device ready now, 25%. Hello, Benedict, are you there? So let's check our client machine. Okay. Installing updates, finishing up now. Okay. Our server is gearing up. So while our server is on, there are some configuration that you need to do on your server. You don't need anything on your client machine, but there are some 1 or 2 configuration we'll do on both. So after setting up our server and our client machine, we need, like I told us before, no matter the code you are writing, no matter how good you are, if both computers are not able to communicate, then definitely we have wasted our time, no matter what we have done. So there must be a communication between both computers. And if we're able to spin up these 2 computers, we are going to be pinging the computers. You understand? We assign IP to both of them and see if both the client and the server can ping each other. If you're able to ping each other, then we can go ahead with our configuration regarding the domain. So both of them are still coming up. The Windows is coming up now. Let's wait. Our server is still coming up. So we'll just give it some time and come back. Okay, I think what I should have done is I should have installed this before now, then try to install because of time. Then I should have just started a fresh installation and then pause it so that we can see how to install it, and then we'll go ahead with our configuration. I think that's what I should have done before now. I would have left the one I installed running already. Okay, we just have to wait, like I told us before. This thing can take a whole lot of time. Let's just still wait. Our server is taking forever to come out the window. So like I told us before, it might take an hour. Just like when you buy your computer now, sometimes it takes 2 hours, 3 hours. Where you went to install the operating system is still installing. So that is how it is. So let's just wait and give it some time, yeah? So we'll come back. With recording. So let me share my screen. Our server has finally installed. Okay. So this is our server here. Our server is finally what? Installed. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me. Okay, so immediately you finish your installation, this is what your server will look like. So the username is administrator. So you are expected to have an administrative password to this server. Please don't forget the password. Let me use, for the sake of this, let me use, I'm going to use Benedict's name. Benedict starting with big letter. Benedict, let me use alphabet for strength. Benedict 1. So I'm going to repeat the same password here. Benedict 1. So you click on finish. So let's check our client. Okay, our client is still loading. So we are waiting for the client machine. So let's go back to the server. Our server is loading now. So let's check our notes. So this is our server. Our server is up and running now. So it's asking you press CRTL Control Lock. You can press it from your computer, or you simply come to this place. Input, keyboard, and you just place your cursor on keyboard, and on input, place the cursor on keyboard, then insert Ctrl-Alt-Delete. Ctrl-Alt-Delete to unlock. Similarly, you click that, your server will unlock. So it's going to request for your server password, which is the server password you created. Mind you, the server password is Benedict, starting with capital letter, Benedict 1. Then you click enter. The server is going to open now. So after this, we need to wait for our client machine to come up. Like I said before, it's not new. You can use 2 hours, 3 hours. In fact, sometimes you use almost the whole day trying to install or upgrade an operating system. You upgrade it, will go back to the beginning. It's possible like that. So when you encounter such, instead of clicking install after the first one, please, you click on repair. So when you click on repair, to go ahead and make necessary repair to install your operating system. So we are still waiting for our clients. Okay, so let's start installation. Just after installation for your server. Sorry. This is not responding, hold on. Okay. Visual code. Keep waiting. So our server computer will soon open now. Okay, our server is open now. So this is our computer, our virtual machine. Now, when you take a good look at it, this is my normal computer now. You see, I have file, I have the start button, I have everything on my normal computer. So also from this place is your virtual machine, which is your server, your Windows Server 2016. It has everything that a normal computer should have. So we are done with our server installation now. So let's wait for our client machine. This video is going to take long, and okay, I think let me pause it while we wait for our client machine to keep running. So we'll just pause the video so that when you are watching, you won't waste much time. You can just fast forward. When you are watching, you can fast forward it. But nevertheless, let me pause the video, and when the installation is finished, can I start back? So I'll stop sharing first. I'm going to pause now. Let me resume recording. So now our client machine is up now. So what we need to do It says start with the region. Is this right? Just click United States, yes. Just go ahead and click here, just like your normal installation. So when you click yes, so our server is still on our window. It's coming up now. Okay, after you finish your server installation, this is what it will look like. This is what your server looks like here. But this is your server manager. You can close it and get the server manager from this place. If you want to go back there, you just come here, your start button. Because we installed the server operating system, Windows Server 2016, this is your server manager, where we are going to be doing a lot of configuration. You click it. So it will take you to that. Okay, you just close now, you see it. So that is your server manager. You can close it back for now, while we still wait for our client machine. So our client is coming up. Skip. So what do we have on our notes? Okay. Start installation on your server. Okay, hold on. So on your server, select admin password. So the last time you requested for my password, so you select your admin password, and then you wait for what? Wait for what? Final installation. To unlock, like I said before. Right click to unlock. Okay, let me see. There's something we right click the last time. Okay, and click on inputs, click on keyboard. Okay. To unlock, not right click, you click on inputs. There's something you should be able to do yourself, but let me just put this, click inputs. Click inputs. Take cursor. So keyboard. Comma. Take cursor. So hot. Delete. It's going to ask you what you should click here. Alt delete. Let me check. I think Alt. Okay, start Control. Alt delete. Okay. Take us out to Control Alt delete to unlock. So also the same thing for your client machine too. That is it. We now have our server running after all this. Then for your clients, we are here now. Since the installation started for clients, we are still here. We are waiting for it to come up. So this is just like your normal configuration on your system. It's something that each individual should be able to install on your own, depending on the edition you install. Is it Pro? Is it Enterprise, Windows 10? But please don't install Home Edition. I repeat, don't install Home Edition, because Home Edition will not work for your remote desktop connection. In fact, even as a server administrator, I think we encountered an issue recently. I was working for a company. So we tried connection, it couldn't connect. We now said, okay, let's just troubleshoot. Because as an administrator, you are going to troubleshoot a lot. we discovered that the systems of the organization are all running on a home edition. So they have no option. They have to upgrade the operating system or install a new operating system to Windows 10 Pro or Windows 10 Enterprise Edition. So Windows 10 Home Edition is by default does not support remote desktop connection. So please, when you are installing, don't go and click on Home Edition because it's a request for that. Please ensure you click Pro or Enterprise, but Pro is preferable because this is what we are using now, Pro. So our client machine is still setting up. I think we spent more than an hour now. Like I told us, sometimes you can spend 2 hours, 3 hours installing this thing. So during your course of practice, you have to be patient and wait for it. There is nothing, absolutely nothing we can do about that. So now I should have installed before this club. I said, no, let me wait. So every one of us will see it together as we are doing the installation. So if we're able to, if the client machine is able to come up now, what we are going to do is to ping. We want to ping, we assign IP, like I told us the last time, we have to assign IP to both computers and ping both of them to see if there is what communication between both of them. And I told us the last time in our last class that IP are set of what? Instructions. Their internet what protocol, they are set of what? Instructions that must be met on the internet for a certain task or for a certain what communication to exist between two machines. So we are going to assign IP. I told us the classes of IP the last time. So we'll not be going back to that one. You can watch a video, read your book, the book I sent to us. So sorry, we are waiting. Don't worry. When you get to Linux, you enjoy the cloud. Because in Linux, all we'll be doing is just installing application, running application, writing code, and connecting to already provisioned what server on cloud instead of all these manual things we are doing here. We will not be doing that on cloud. So I'll pause the video so that the video will not be too bulky when you are watching why this is still setting up. Resume record. Set up personal use, set up organization. Let's go to personal use next. Okay, it's asking let's add your account, your email, phone number, invalid email address. It's asking us, okay, I think I have an account. Let me sign in with my Gmail account. Okay. What if we use this offline account? We might want to try this. I hope it won't take us back to the beginning. I don't want us to sign in with this. Let's try it and see. Okay. Sign in to enjoy a range of Microsoft apps and services. Next. Oh, it's still taking us back to where we were running with. Okay, let me just sign in my email address. This is my email address. I think I've used this before. Let me check. I'm not sure I can remember the Microsoft password. Okay, please, I will stop sharing. For the sake of this, sorry, I will come back later to because it's a sensitive information I want to put in there. So your email, password, or whatever. So I will have to check if it's okay. I'm not sure I got it right, but let's go on. If it accepts your email, your password is incorrect. Oh, let me try this. Okay. It's telling me I don't, this one email is not correct. Hold on, please. Let me go back and use another email. Oh, okay. Let's just go ahead and create a new Microsoft account for this. Okay, let me share my screen, sorry. Okay. Okay, let's get the email address. Let's use my email. This is one of my email address. Next. Okay, sorry, at gmail.com. So, wow, it said it's already in a Microsoft account. Okay, let me check another email. Let me check. So we can use another email. I'm coming. I have multiple social email. Let me check. Okay, let me use this now and see if it will go. So if you don't have a Microsoft account before, you just click on create a new Microsoft account. So it's requesting for the password now. I want to use this. Enter your password. Your country, Nigeria, okay. Your date of birth. Let me use October. Which year am I going to use? Okay. Let's use year 2000. Year 2000. Okay. You mark it, then you click next. Then a code will be sent to your email address. So you have to enter the code here. So I'm entering mine now. Okay. So when you are done with all this, it's going to go ahead to load your operating system. So when you are signing up, please create a Microsoft account. If you already have an account, then you can log in with the details of the account. But if not, you have to click on create Microsoft accounts. So let me go to our notes and include it there. Login with your Microsoft account after installation. I'll create a new Microsoft accounts if we don't have any. So you create Microsoft accounts with your email. Create with your what? Email address. Okay. So that is for the clients. Let's go back and see what we have on the client now. Okay. It's asking us to create PIN for this computer. Okay, let's just go ahead and create a PIN. Which PIN? Okay, let's just see. Sorry, after this class, we won't be waiting for any uploading like this after this class. But tomorrow in domain joining, we have to wait. So you create your PIN, let's say 2023. So you create the PIN again, 2023. Include letters and symbol. Okay, 2023. 2023. It has to be a 4-digit PIN. Include letters and symbol. No, you're not going to take that because you're only using letter. But if you're using symbol, you tick that box. So create your PIN. So when you went to for maybe upgrading your operating system or installing, and the person tells you it's 5,000, 10,000, you shout, "Okay, for waiting now for this where you don't already get." So now waiting that they pass through 9 this. So this is exactly what they pass through. In helping you to install or upgrade your operating system on your computer. So we're almost done, Sha. We're almost done. I think we are at the last phase now. So after here, okay. Skip. Use your Android from your PC. Okay, anyone. Just no thanks. Anyone remind me later, no thanks. When you get here, just click anyone. Yeah, we are not connecting our phone to this virtual computer, so there won't be any need. Because even after practicing, you have to delete the virtual computer later, so it should not be affecting the processor of your local computer. Because when you are done, except you also want for the sake of practice later, when you are done, you've mastered this, there's no need. Because when you're able to understand this, because it's exactly the same service we are going to be using on cloud, just that we are not going to be doing all those installation, everything is already provisioned on cloud. So, okay, credit card require 1 month free prior. You'll be charged 99 plus applicable per year. Decline. Next. I'm not buying anything, so let me just decline, and next. Except there are some Microsoft services you want to be paying for. Okay, get your PC. No, thanks. You are not paying for anything. Okay, let Cortana help you get it done. Accept Cortana. And we are done. I think so from there. Our system should be up and running. Yes. Our system is up now and running. So says we are getting ready for you. So let's just wait. Are we still there? I know Benedict is no longer here. So we'll just wait for it to boot again. So it's a process that there's no fast forwarding. There's no fast forwarding. We just have to wait. Okay, thank you. So I'll just pause the recording. Okay. Immediately you finish installation, This is what you have. So this is your computer now. Your client's machine is up, and our server is also what? Up. So now we have our virtual computer. We also have our client machine. So what we want to do, please, we will not be able to join the domain today or promote the server to a domain controller or assign roles. We'll be doing that tomorrow. Then I'm going to give us an assignment after this class that we're going to do. We are going to create an AWS account, because by next week we are going into AWS. So this is our client machine now, just like your normal computer now. This is it here. Then this is your what? Your server. So what we want to do now is to what? To assign IP address. We want to assign IP address to this computer, and let's check if there will be what? Communication between what? Both of them. So first and foremost, let's come here. You click you click on start, click on network. You right click on your network. You click on properties, you go to properties. Okay, let me write it down here. Okay. Assigning what? IP to the what? Machines. Go to network and what? And right click. Then click properties. Click on properties. After clicking on properties, you right click on your what? Ethernet. Adapter, change adapter setting. You click on change adapter setting. Okay. Then change what? Adapter settings. Then if you click on that one, right click on what? Ethernet. On Ethernet and click on what? Properties. So that's what we are going to do now. This is our client machine. This is our Ethernet. We right click. You go to properties. You click on properties. So we select the Internet Protocol version 4. You know, I told us in our last class that Internet Protocol version 6 is referred to as the what? Next generation IP. You understand? It's not in use now, but for the sake of whatever we are going to be doing, we are going to be using what? The Internet Protocol version 4. So you place your cursor on IP4. Then when it's there, you click on properties. You change it to what? Use the following IP. I will explain the meaning of these two to you. Automatically apply IP and use the following IP. First of all, let me go ahead and update our notes. Click on Ethernet, click on properties, select IP version 4, and click on what? Properties. Select, what's the next thing? Use the following IP. Select, use the following what? IP and assign IP. So we are going to assign what? IP to what? So our computers now. So the reason, if we say obtain an IP address automatically, we will get there. For us to use this, we must have promoted our server, this is our server machine, to a domain what? Controller. We must have given it what? A domain name, install some rules. It's called the DHCP, which is called what? The Dynamic IP Configuration what? Protocol. We'll get there. That will be our tomorrow class. I thought you'll be able to do that today. So we'll see. So it is that DHCP service that will now automatically what? Assign what? IP to all the computers that are what? that are joining this particular what server. But for the sake of this, we are going to enter the IP manually. Let's give this one any IP. Let's just give it 100.123.124.1. Then I told us it will automatically give it what the subnet what mask. You know, I told us about what subnet what mask last week. So this is what IP version what version A. You know, I told us version A is from 0 to 123, and B is from 124 to 191, C 192 to 239, C 240 to 255. I give us the ranges A, B, C, D, and what we are interested in is A to C. The D and the E are used for are reserved. You understand? For what? For research. Are reserved for what? For research. So automatically, if you just click on your tab on your computer or click on next, this IP will automatically what? Updated inside this what place. Then the gateway. The gateway is your what? You can leave it on your client on your server. You might just, since it's the server, the gate, if it's your client now, it's asking you which gateway, which part, which domain am I going to work on? So for your client machine, you are going to input what? The gateway. So for this, you leave it. Then your DNS server, you still put the same what? IP address of your what? Of your server. So 4.1. So let's go ahead and update our notes so that when you are reading, you are doing, you know what we are doing, okay? So impute IP and click what? That button for next. It will update the subnet automatically. Then in DNS server, okay, let me just say go to DNS server and impute the same words server IP. Which is what we did here. This is the server IP we put here. You can see it, so it's the same IP that we are using here. So you click on what? You're safe. And you what? You close. You understand? So let me update our notes. This is on the what? Server assigning IP machine. Go to this, select IP, click also journey. Okay. This is on your for your server. IP and what? And save. Then on clients. Now let's see what we want to do on clients. So on your client machine, you go to your what? Your network. Okay. This is your network. Okay. You right click on it, just like we did. You click on properties. So you click on change adapter settings. You right click on internet. Click on properties. Then select IP4. Click on properties. Then you use the following IP. The IP address 123.124. You know, for our server, we said the IP address is 100.123.124.1. But for here, we can give you what? 2. But if we have joined this particular client machine to a domain and installed the DHCP role on our server, as we are just joining the domain, automatically a server, any kind of IP will be addressed to this what? Machine on its own. But we are doing that manually because we have not done the necessary configuration we should have done. So we are doing the manually. So press the tab button on your computer. It will automatically give you the subnet. Then the gateway for this one, the client machine, mind you, you have to put the gateway, unlike the what? The client. The gateway is what? The server what? IP. So you also come to the preferred DNS server. You also what? Install your what? Your server what? IP. This is just what, if you are watching the video, just follow it. You are going to what? Get the same results. So your subnet mask will be automatically, or you can type it with transbets. I can delete this now and still put it back. You understand? 255.0.0.0. Sorry. 255.0.0.0. Just use the arrow key, .0. So this is the what, how to assign IP to your computer. This is the IP we are giving to it, 100.123.121.124.2. This is the subnet mask of the client machine. Then this is the what, the default gateway, which is the what, IP address of your server. The same default what gateway will also be the same thing for your preferred what, DNS what, server. So it's the same thing. You click OK, and you close. So we have assigned IP and given this, and we have given our client machine an information that, okay, we want you to work on the gateway belonging to this, to our server, this server. So what we are going to do now is to ping. Let me update our note for the client machine. So on the client, impute the IP, impute what? Gateway, which is equal to what? Your server IP. Impute preferred DNS server, which is equal to what? Your server what? IP. You can use any IP you like. It doesn't mean you should use 100.124.123.124.1 or 2. Use any IP you what you prefer. You understand? All of them belongs to what? A class of IP. So as far as it's fall within 0 to what? 255, the numbers you are putting. So this is what we have now on this. Then click what? Okay. Then you close it. Just like what we've done here. So this is our client machine, for example, now. Okay. Let's close this. Just go back, close all this. Close all this. Now we want to ping. Let's see if this machine are able to ping themselves. So you go to your command prompt, you search for your command prompt in your search engine. This is your command prompt. You open it. So in our command prompts, let me say ping. We are working on the client now. Look at it. Client running. Take note. This is it here. Client. We are working on the client now. The server of the client is what? The IP address is 123.123.124.2. So let's see if it is able to what, to ping its own self in the first place. So we run it. You can see there is what communication is pinging itself. So if you want to clear your screen in your command prompt, you use CLS. So there is communication now between its own self. You understand? So let's clear our screen. Now record the command with your what? Your arrow, upper arrow what? Key on your computer. You can record your command there. Let's change this to what? To 1. Now we want to ping the IP address of our server now and see there will be communication. You will see there will not be what? Communication between the two. You see? And like before, where the thing was just loading, it will give you see request timeout, error message, and all the rest is what we are going to get, you see? Which means there is no communication between the two systems. So your work as an administrator is to network these two computers we have downloaded down, to network them together. Now let's go to our server. Let's go to our server. Let me close this thing. Let me still close this. Sorry, we have spent a lot of time. We will soon be done now. When we are done with this pinging, we'll just stop. So this is our what? Search for command prompt, or in the server, you can use CMD to search for your command prompt, only on the server. It will not recognize the CMD on your client machine. So it's booting. Let's wait. Command prompts. Okay, let's use CMD. Okay, I think it has come up. Oh, yeah, I deleted that again. Okay, it's up now. So ping, let me ping itself. You know, the client is unable to ping the server now. Let me see if the server will be able to ping itself. You can see the server is pinging itself now. There is communication within the zone system. Now let's see if the server is able to what? To ping our client machine. The IP address of our client machine is what? Is 2. So let's change it to 2. You see there will not be what? Communication between them. Are you seeing it now? Destination host unreachable, whatever. There is no communication between them. So now it is your work as an administrator to troubleshoot this particular issue now to ensure there is work communication. Any network administrating, what they do first is to ping. As far as you can ping both systems, then whatever you are doing, there will be communication between both of them. So let me do this. So what you will do is to switch off the firewall. The firewall is just like your antivirus on your computer. You understand? That blocks everything that is not of what, or the system what origin. So we are going to switch off the firewall. The firewall is just like the fence. When you have a house, you have a fence, you have an electric bulb, so that's what intruders will not be able to get in. But we are not working with intruder now. We are the one responsible for whatever installation we are doing on this computer. So to switch off your firewall on your server, you go to your server manager, click on local server. This is your firewall. Okay, let me update our notes quickly, very quickly. Okay, then pinging. This is pinging. Go to command prompts. Go to command prompts. Ping the server from server with 100. I'm just using this IP address as an example. It doesn't mean you should use 100.124. You can assign anything you want. So the server will be able to ping each other. Understand? Then ping client with 100.123.124.2, which is the IP address you assign to your client. If ping is what? Unreachable. If the resource says unreachable, then troubleshoot by switching off the what? By switching off the what? The firewall. So the firewall is what we want to switch off now. So for server, to switch off the firewall, you go to what? Your server what? Manager. Go to your server manager. Click on local server. Then click on your what? Firewall to switch it to what? Off. So when this is our server, this is what I mean. This is our server. This is it, firewall. Public firewall is on. When you go to your local server, so you click on this to switch it off. Then you click on turn firewall on and what? And off. You click on this, it's on off, it's on. So you click it off, you turn it off. And what do? You click OK. You understand? So your firewall is what? It's off at this point in time. So when you go to we've off our firewall. So we also go to our client machine and do the same thing. So for your client machine, just type firewall. Yes, search for firewall in your search box. So just click on it. So let me update our note. Let me not always forget that. Then turn firewall off for what? Private and what? And public. Turn your firewall off for private. So the main firewall is on, private firewall is on. This one is on. So you click on domain firewall for this one. You switch it off. Click on yes. Okay, go back. Domain network is off. Okay, sorry. You click on private, switch it off. Go back, it's off now. Then you go to public, you come here, switch it off. The public too is off. It's off. Okay. And that is it. Everything is off. Your firewall is what? It's off. Or another way to do it, you can see our domain firewall is off. Then let's go down. Our private firewall is off, and our public firewall is what? It's off. So you close it. So another way to do it, if you don't understand that, just come to your file explorer. Come to your this PC, right click, you click on properties. You click on properties. Then you click on advanced system setting, I think so. Let me check advanced system setting. Okay, I think this one is different. But if it were to be the enterprise, it wouldn't bring this up. Okay, let's just leave it. That is not our bonus. Just search for firewall in your search bar and click on it, which will take you to where the Windows firewall is located. Okay, so we've switched on the firewall, but we are not done with our configuration. Let's see if our client machine will be able to ping the server. Okay. Please, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Ping. Let's see if we can ping our server now. 123.124.1. Our server is 1. We are working from the client machine now, mind you. We will not be able to ping our what? Our server destination host what? Unreachable. So let's clear our screen. What we need to do is to go back to our virtual box, because there is no what? Network. We have to set up what? The network adapter, because there is no internet connection between these two machines now for them to even ping each other. So you go to your, okay, let me update our notes for this, for the clients. For server, okay. For clients, search for what? Firewall. Then switch off firewall for domain, public, and what? And private. So these are further network work troubleshooting that we are going to do now. So if we're able to do this, we discover that our machine will be able to ping each other. See what we did now. The client, okay, let's check whether the server too will be able to ping our client machine. We'll see that it should still be the same thing. I'm coming. Let me check this. The main firewall state. Let me switch it off. Apply. Okay. Okay. This is our server now. Let's go to our command prompt and see if we will be able to ping in 100.123.124.2. This is our client IP address. We are working from the server. Let's see if we're able to ping the client. We are still unable to what? To ping the client. So we have to go to our virtual box. So on your virtual box, when you click on the server, we need to change the network adapter to host only adapter. So for your server, this is your server, you click on settings. Okay, you click on network. You change this NAT to what? Host only what? Adapter. And you do what? You save, which is okay. You save the states. So you also do the same thing for the client's machine. So let me update our notes. Your virtual box. Click on server, come on. Settings. Network. Network, come on. Change adapter 1 from NAT to host only adapter. Do same for the client's machine. So do same for the client's machine, okay? So let's go back to our virtual box. So this is on our virtual box. So you click on your client too, you click on settings, you also go to network, you change this to what? To host only adapter, and you're okay. So it has saved the set. So let's see if this machine will be able to what? To ping each other now. Okay, which one is it? This is our server. Let's see if we'll be able to ping the what? The clients. Let's see if the server will be able to ping itself first. You can see it's pinging itself. There is communication. So let's delete. So let's see if it will be able to what? To ping the host machine this time around. You will see it's able to ping the host machine now. Can you see it? So let's go to our host machine and see if this host machine is able to what? To ping our what? If this host machine is able to ping our what? Our server. This is from the client now, which is the host machine. This is 100.121.124.1, which is our what? Our server was IP address. Let's see if there will be what? Communication. You can see there is communication, which means these two computers now are ready to be what? To be networked on the same what? Network, because there is what? Communication between what? Between both of them. So any questions so far? Sorry, I know this class is very long. We shouldn't have stated this time, but because of those updating, there is something we should have done so that we're able to send file from this particular system from one domain to the other. So please, any question?
We need to look at the video again from the beginning, because we have so many codes in between. So when we look at
Mr. Benedict,
analyze it, then I can be able to ask any further question. But so far, it's clear the steps involved.
okay, thank you very much. No, just follow the video, watch the note I will be sending to us, so it should be very easy. Mr. Benedict, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, do you have any question? Do you understand what we have been doing so far?
I hope to. When maybe my questions will arise when I'm installing it.
Okay.
Present, it looks all clear.
Okay.
But I'd like to ask, in the course of me installing and setting it up, should I have any? Should I encounter any troubles? I am free to contact you, right?
Contact me, no problem. You can contact me if you have any issue.
But for now, I'm okay.
So I'll also send the last notes to you.
All
I will send the last notes to you.
All right.
For the note I forwarded for the previous classes, so you can also go through it at your time. So I'm going to save this machine state now because I don't want to terminate it. But if I remove it, terminate it now, we have to start afresh. You know what we did today? And I spent almost 2 hours installing. So I'm not going to do that. So what I will just do is to what? To save the what? Machine state. So this is how to save the machine state. You go to your virtual machine. Anyone you click on, you right click. You click on what? Stop. So from the stop, you click on what? Save states. You understand? Save states. So it's going to save the state of your machine. So you don't have to be installing from beginning to the end again. So stop. You click on what? Save states. So you're going to save the state of your machine. So when we come back, we just click on start. It will just start, take us to where we stopped for the last time. I hope you all understand. So please don't go and, because on a normal day I should have clicked on remove, just delete, start, stop, and close all states. You understand that? Except you know that, okay, if you understand the network administration and Windows Server, then you can go ahead and delete, because cloud is going to provision all these things we are doing here, all those things we have been downloading for 3 hours. In 30 seconds, you will see what took us like almost 3 hours. In fact, in 5 seconds, we'll be able to download it on cloud. So we don't need all this on cloud. But for the sake of practice, so that when you get to cloud, you understand the resources you are using, you understand how it comes about. That's why we have to take this 3 hours spent to do this. So since I'm done, I can now close my words, my virtual box. I've saved my operating system on it, so I can close. So what I want us to do now, okay, on our side, so let me use ping both words server. When I say ping both server, with me, you ping your client from your server, and you ping your server from your what? From your clients. So that is the end. So I will have an assignment for us. The assignment is for us to create AWS accounts. AWS account from the website. So, Mr. Belly, do you have AWS account before? AWS. Do you have AWS account?
No, sir, I don't.
So this is the website.
Yes,
AWS. Okay, you have, okay. This is the website, aws.amazon.com.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Create your AWS account. So I will upload this note now. Let me copy it to a new file. I'm saving it as test documents. So this is it, Ctrl+S. Okay, the name of the file should be installing. So what's the name of our class? Let me check. Today's class is what? Let me check. Sorry. Let me check from the. Hold on. Let me check from the Zoom link I sent to this. The topic is okay. Domain joining. Oh, we have not even done domain joining. Let's call it installing OS and what? And server and what? And pinging. So that when you're reading the notes, you know what this note is for. So I'll save. So I'm going to forward this note to us. Sorry, this should be amazon.com. aws.amazon.com. Just go, you see create accounts, create a root account, you create your account, because by next week, every one of us, we are going to be what? Using the Linux what? Operating system instead of this normal graphic interface you are using. So is there any other question I want to ask? So I just want us to watch the video and practice, troubleshoot a lot of why doing this, you might encounter problem yourself. So your power lies in your ability to troubleshoot. That is what makes you a network administrator. So I'm going to send this video to us now after this, so we can watch at our leisure and practice. So in the absence of no question, is there any question? I would like to end the meeting. Please, tomorrow, we'll be meeting tomorrow by 3 p.m. Or should we make it 2 p.m.? Which one is okay? I know many of us will be going to church, so that we can just join the domain and see how we can send file, share file on the network. So what do you guys think? It's 2 o'clock, okay, or 3 o'clock?
For me,
Yeah, Benedict, which one is okay?
3 is okay for me.
Okay.
3 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay. I think she said 3 o'clock. Network is echoing. So I think let's just fix the meeting for 2:30 tomorrow. 2:30. 2:30 is not going to be long. Just join the domain and all our hosts. We are not going to be doing all this plenty ceremony. Though it's still going to upload, we are going to do something because joining the domain, the system will have to restart itself. You understand? For it to actually give us the necessary operation we needed on it. So thank you very much. See you tomorrow by 2:30 p.m. 2:30 p.m. So thank you.